How many do you do of these a day?
It depends. It could be, it just depends on, I work in 2 locations too, so it could be 5, it could be 8. It could be, yeah,
8? Oh my gosh.
could be, yeah.
Are you exhausted after that?
No, I'm never exhausted until I get home. Yeah. Let me know when you when people are in.
Of course, I'm just live streaming into the group right now.
Okay. Let me know when you oh, people are in.
Cool. Of course, I'm just live streaming into the group right now.
Okay.
More options. We want to share to group. Boom. And just 1 second. Alexa, how much time is left to dry on the timer? How much time? Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You should just take me down. Yeah.
We're just waiting for people to hop on. We'll give them like 2 minutes.
Sounds good. You want your water near you? Here.
Okay, so we'll get started. It's already streaming in the group. And if you want to do the introduction, so of course, I'm Maria, the admin of the Money Making Esthetician. And today I'm so excited to be watching the NanoStamp 360.
Hi, I'm Carla Barrick. I am Director of Education for 360 Aesthetics. That's NanoStamp 360 and Cryoline 360. And today I'll be doing a live demo with the NanoStamp 360. I'm going to be doing a microchanneling demo on my model here, Debbie. And you want me to just go ahead and get started? Oh, you want to wait a couple minutes, Maria?
We can, sure.
Wait a minute, okay. Right. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my tray ready while we're waiting.
What kind of things like do you need for this treatment? Like what is the protocol?
Sure. So the protocol, I'm gonna start by cleansing my model skin. So Debbie is here, she's got nothing on her skin. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start with, I use hypochlorous acid to cleanse her skin. If she had makeup on, I would do a double cleanse and then come in with my skin antiseptic. So you need a cleanser, skin antiseptic. I've got the device here. I'm gonna be using a 0.25 tip for microchanneling today. We're not using any numbing, and I'm going to be using the NanoStamp Advanced Biopeptide Serum, and that's pretty much everything you need to do a treatment.
Nice. I welcome anybody who's on here watching. Feel free to turn on your mics and ask questions as we're going. I truly hope you guys feel this is a safe enough place to ask all the questions. That's the point, right, of the group. Nope.
So I do have my device wrapped up. You always want to have your device wrapped up when you're doing microchanneling, and that's to protect your client from any cross-contamination.
What do you wrap it with?
There's we can use a tattoo bottle bag, or we have these sleeves that we're testing out right now that fit the exact width of the device. So
I like how like small it is.
it's a really nice device. It's it's lightweight, it's weight balanced, so it's not top heavy or anything like that, low vibration. So for you as a practitioner, it's really great for your wrist, for fatigue. If you have carpal tunnel, it's not going to aggravate that.
So I'm sure a question we're going to get a lot is, how do people contact you?
So if we have not been in touch and you are interested in more information on the NanoStamp device or any of our products, you can reach me on Facebook, or you can email me. It's Carla, Karla, at 360 aesthetic, AESTHETICS device.com. 360aestheticdevices.com. I also have a link. Are you able to? Okay.
I'm posting it right now.
You got it, Maria. Okay. We have a link for a form that you can fill out as well. And I'll send you some information that way. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just start cleansing her skin. So I'm using gauze because we are out of aesthetic wipes today. Our order hasn't come in. So I'm just using some gauze with hypochlorous acid. I'm just going to wipe down Debbie's skin here. So Debbie is not on any active skincare right now. You want your clients to be off any active skincare for about 5 days before and after. So she's not on any actives right now, and her skin is clean, like I said, so I'm just sanitizing her skin with the hypochlorous acid. You can use alcohol if you prefer. I like using hypochlorous acid because it's more gentle on the skin. It doesn't dry out the skin, and it's also, when you breathe it in, it doesn't irritate your nasal passages or your lungs.
What do you have to prep the skin? So do you have to do a couple of facials before, or can you do this on like a first time client?
So with NanoStamp, you do have the option of doing microchanneling or the nano infusion. So the microchanneling, you can do it on its own, just its own treatment. The nano tips you can do with your facials. You can do it as a standalone. You can also do the nano infusion with chemical peels as well to help infuse your chemical peels. So there's a lot of different treatment options with the NanoStamp system. For today, we're doing the microchanneling. So typically with the microchanneling, I'd like to do those by themselves. Some of the other treatments that you can combine with the microchanneling would be, you could, as long as the skin can handle it, the skin of the client that you're working on can handle it, you could do a dermaplane beforehand. You could do an enzyme exfoliation. And then post microchanneling, you can do red light therapy is always great. You can do oxygen treatments if you have that, or oxygen domes are great for that. So there are other treatments that you can do in combination with that, as long as the skin of your client can handle it. So, so with the NanoStamp, let me go into the system really quick. So as I mentioned, the NanoStamp system does both microchanneling and nano infusion. This is what you get with your device. So it comes with a charging base. It comes with the device, sorry, and 2 rechargeable batteries.
Oh, nice.
You do have the option to use it with a cord. If you like using a cord, you can use it corded, but it is fully powered on the battery. The device and the charging base have a battery indicator. So there's a light on there that tells you how much life is left on your battery. So you know when you'll need to change it. Hold it down. You'll know when you need to change it. You'll know how much life is left on there. There's 2 speeds on the device. Speed 1 is 7,000 RPMs or revolutions per minute. And speed 2 is 9,300 revolutions per minute. So it's a very powerful device, which means really quick treatment times. You're going to get through your treatment very quickly. So for your client,
How you doing?
any discomfort or anything like that, it's going to be a quick treatment. And for you as a practitioner, time is money. So that means that they're going to be in your treatment room less time, and you're going to be able to get through your treatment faster. The other products that we have, the skincare products we have, are the Advanced Biopeptide Serum. That one is your professional serum that you use in the treatment room with your microchanneling and also with your nano infusion if you like in the treatment room. It's a bioidentical growth factor serum. So what that means, it's a lab created growth factors that mimic human growth factors. It's not plant, animal, or human derived, but they are lab created and work just the same as our growth factors do. It also has neuropeptides in there to help reverse the signs of aging, and amino acids, which help keep the skin hydrated and also promote cellular repair. This serum is used for both skin and hair treatments. So with the system, you're able to work on face, body, and hair with microchanneling, and with the nano infusion, that can be on face and body as well. And then we have two products for aftercare. The first one is Universal Hydra. This one is much more than just a moisturizer. It is a moisturizer and your aftercare in one. Key ingredients in there are going to be hyaluronic acid to attract and lock in moisture. And it also has copper ferment to help strengthen the skin structure. Niacinamide, which helps to calm the skin. It's great for pigmentation, acne, fine lines, wrinkles, reduces inflammation. It's great for rosacea. Also helps to strengthen the barrier function. It has CoQ10, which is anti-aging and also helps in building collagen. And it has a little bit of vitamin A to regulate and promote even skin tones. So that one is a Universal Hydra. And then our second aftercare product, this is a pigment corrector. I like to call this one filter in a bottle. This is great for your clients with pigmentation issues. It's good for any Fitzpatrick, but particularly for your higher Fitzpatricks, 4, 5, 6, those that are prone to pigmentation, and also for aging clients because it is cellular renewal. The key ingredients in that one is hexylresorcinol, which is a tyrosinase inhibitor. It's a hydroquinone alternative, and also niacinamide, which again is calming, helps to reduce inflammation. So with the pigment corrector gel for clients that are back here, that are prone to pigmentation or pigmentation is their primary concern, I do like to have them start on that for a couple weeks before microchanneling. So that's our system there. And then we do have, as I mentioned, two different tips. We have the microchanneling tips, and we have a patented triangle shape to our tips. So thank you. That one is a microchanneling tip there, 28 pins. 0.25 is what we're using today. It also comes in 0.5. And then we have the nano infusion tip. So nano infusion does not puncture the skin. It is not completely non-invasive. That is a chip. And if you look at it under the microscope, our nano tip has almost 700 micropyramids on there. The nano infusion is going
Good.
to.
How are you?
Nano
She's
infusion
good.
is going to gently exfoliate the skin while infusing your skincare serums deeper into the skin, and also promoting blood circulation and collagen production. So that's a patented triangle tip we have. The nice thing about this, and you're going to see when I start working on Debbie here, is it's a larger tip so you get your treatment faster, but it's really nice for working around smaller areas like under the eyes and around the nose. So
there was a question.
There's
Is
a question?
nano infusion a form of microdermabrasion?
It's different from dermabrasion, but it will give an exfoliation similar to a dermabrasion. So it's kind of like your dermabrasion and an infusion. Because we're not puncturing the skin, I do like to use the Advanced Biopeptide Serum with that, but you can use just about any of your favorite skincare serums that you have in your back bar with the nano infusion. So I'm just pumping my Advanced Biopeptide Serum into my cap, my tip cap there. About 5 pumps will get you a full face. And then I will take this off of my working tray so that I don't contaminate this bottle. So now that her skin is clean, I'm going to go ahead and start with the microchanneling. Debbie, I'm gonna have to turn this way. I'm just gonna start right about here. And with my clean glove finger, I'm gonna take my serum. I just tap a little bit. So the serum has a nice gel-like consistency. It's a thicker consistency, and the great thing about that is that you need less serum because it's going to stay on the skin and give you a lot more working time. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that on the camera there. I'm just applying it on a small area of her skin here. And I can see where it's on the skin. I'm gonna turn on my device. I like to run it on the high speed 2. I'm gonna use my left hand, or my non-dominant hand, as my helper hand. So I'm gonna just give a little stretch to the skin here. And
Approximately how many treatments can you get from each bottle?
from each bottle, it's about 10 to 15 faces in a bottle of serum. So your cost per treatment on that is about $10 to $15 per treatment. So you can see here, I'm just doing light taps on the skin. As soon as the tip touches her skin, I'm lifting up. I don't have to press in. The device is really powerful, so it's doing all the work for me. I like to do very tight overlaps when I'm doing my microchanneling. So that way I have to do less passes. The amount of passes you're gonna do are gonna vary based on your technique and you know, how tight your overlaps are. So the goal is to see the skin turn pink or erythema. That's our endpoint. And everyone's gonna be different. Every client's gonna be different, how many passes they need or how many impressions they need to turn pink. So I'm just checking her skin here. And can you see that on camera? Her skin's already turning pink right here. And that's all I need. And you can see there's still serum on her skin. So I'm just gonna redistribute that there. And this is only with the 0.25. You done okay, Debbie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna come right here, another section. The way that you're gonna go around the face is really, it's gonna be personal preference. Some people like to divide the face into 4 or 5 sections. Some people just like to work clockwise or counterclockwise. I usually start in this area here and then work up around the forehead and around the face. So you can see, I do that, the tight overlaps as I'm moving that way. Some people like to count their taps. So some people like to do 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do a bigger movement over, like 50% overlap, and then do that. That's fine too, if that works for you. For me, I like to do, it's just easier for me to do the tight overlaps and move one direction. Usually 1 pass or 2 passes is enough for the skin to turn pink. Let me do that. You can see the serum is still there, so I'm just going to redistribute that. Now I'm going to work up and around her forehead.
So I saw Yasmin's question when she was like, sorry, please feel free to ask as many questions as you need to.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to turn on your mic as well. I always think if one person has that question, many others do too.
Right.
So pretty. I love this.
See that nice little rosy glow, and that's all you need. You don't need to see blood. This is going to stimulate a healing cascade, and her body is going to produce collagen and elastin, which is going to help her overall tone and texture of her skin.
Excuse me, is this comparable with like laser resurfacing? I know it's not the same thing, but is it on that, like in that arena?
As far as producing collagen, you know, depending on, there's lots of different laser treatments. There are laser treatments that help to promote collagen. It is collagen induction. So as far as that goes, yes, it can help with with pigmentation, but with pigmentation, you do want to be using, a tyrosinase inhibitor. You can also combine it with peels. So the great thing about this is it's very minimal downtime. Her downtime, we're using a 0.25. So her downtime is going to be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. You know, it's different. Everyone's a little bit different, but technically her downtime is going to be 90 minutes or so. And the channels will technically be closed. So she's not going to leave here looking bloody or anything like that. She's going to have a rosy glow to her skin, and then that's about it. And she can really get back to her regular activities. And you'll also notice that in certain parts of the face, that erythema is going to come a lot faster than others. But again, the goal is to get a nice, even pink tone all over the face.
And they could return to their normal skincare regimen at the end of the age.
So
Right?
as far as active skincare ingredients, 5 days, don't want to stop at 5 days before and 5 days after. Technically, and in our protocols, you know, within a couple hours, they can put on their skincare products and things like that. Personally, I have my clients keep their skin clean the day of and start their skincare routine the next morning. Just to give the skin a break and just for extra precaution. But the important thing is also for them to stay out of direct sunlight. And if they're going to be stay out of direct sunlight and making sure that they're using SPF daily.
Excuse me, how long before and after treatments do you have to stay out of the sunlight?
After treatment, so I would say, you know, about direct sunlight about 5 to 7 days after treatment, and making sure that they do have sunscreen on if they are going to be outdoors. With microchanneling, your treatment frequency is going to be every 4 to 6 weeks. And that's to give the skin a chance to completely heal and complete the cycle, the cellular renewal cycle. With your nano infusion, so here's my helper hand giving a little stretch. With the nano infusion, you can do that actually weekly, but that depends on if you're using serums or if you're using peels. But that one is safe enough to do more frequently. So what I like to do is have my clients come in for their microchanneling. Again, that's every 4 to 6 weeks. In between that, at week 2 or week 3, I like to have them come in for a nano infusion.
Can you please allow permission for my other phone, because this phone is dying?
Yes. Yeah, you could go ahead and join with the link. Do you have it?
Yep.
Yeah.
The other question was, how does this differ from microneedling and our microchannel, and are the microchannel tip, what are the microchannel tips made out of?
So the main difference with microchanneling and microneedling is going to be, one is technique and the second will be depth. So we're using a stamping up and down motion versus with microneedling, typically it's a gliding motion and shallower depth. So we're using a 0.25 here. Typically people that microneedle are using longer needles. What we know now with all the studies that have been done with microneedling is that deeper isn't necessarily better. And that even at 0.25 or 0.5, you're going to be able to get great results with that. Debbie, I'm going to have you look up and back at me. I'm going to go under her eyes. So you're going to see where the tip, open your eyes and look back here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to come under your eyes really quick. So I'm putting the serum on and you're going to see where this triangle tip works nicely. I'm going to pull away from her eyeball for comfort. And I'm just going to do a quick pass in. See that tip right there in the inner corner of her eye? Works really nicely there. Okay, you can go ahead and close your eyes there. And then here around her nose. My helper hand again is going to give a little stretch. And you can see where that tip works nicely around the nose. And we are not using any numbing on Debbie today. Numbing is optional. So if you have a client with a lower pain tolerance, you can definitely numb them beforehand. So you can see how quickly she's turning pink there. Again, that's because of the device is doing all the work for me. So even though I'm stamping up and down 3 times, 4 times, the device has already
It's like a little
created
bit, yeah,
a lot more.
we can do it with the
channel.
stone.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll have you turn this. So I like to work on small sections at a time, a little smaller than the palm of my hand. And it doesn't matter if you're going sideways, up and down, as long as when you're done, you have that even pink tone around all over the face. So here you can go up and down this way. I can go side to side here.
Are you using a PMU cover? Like a PMU tool cover?
You can use tattoo bottle bags. This is a cover that we are testing out right now that is made to fit our device.
Do you have those for
You
sale
can-
yet?
Not yet,
Okay.
not yet. Yes, we're still fine tuning that, but
Are you?
for right now, the bottle bags work really well as well.
I was intrigued with the color, with the cover too. I was like, ooh, what's that?
Cover. Yeah. The bottle bags work well. They're just, wider, so you have to kind of wrap it around the device a couple times or so. So again, help her hand giving a stretch. It doesn't have to be a super tight stretch, but you can see here where the skin kind of bounces if you don't have a little bit of stretch on the skin. Anybody else have any questions?
Approximately how many treatments before you see results?
Great question. So depending on what the client's skincare issue is, in general, I like to do a series of about 3 to 5, depending on what the skincare issue is. A series of 3 to 5. So when I say series, that's within that 4 to 6 week time frame, because we're building collagen, to strengthen the skin and improve the texture of the skin. After that series, I like to reevaluate the skin. And if the client is happy with where they're at, then they can go on to maintenance, which means, it could be, they could go a couple times a year, or they can continue. If they really like the way their skin feels and looks, they can continue, instead of 4 to 6 weeks, maybe they'll do 6 to 8 weeks. There's really not a limit to how many treatments your client can have. It's just that minimum 4 weeks between sessions.
What do you usually charge for a face treatment only? Or what's
Suggested
the
service-
general price?
Yeah, suggested service price for microchanneling is going to be about $300 to $350, depending on your business, your geographical location, and all of that. We have some practitioners that charge more than that, and that works too. Suggested service price for microchanneling $300 to $350. Nano infusion as a standalone is about $150 to $175. And then if you are doing it as an add-on to your facial, it's about $75 to $90. You're not adding any time to your facial. You're just using the NanoStamp with the nano tip when you are at the end of your facial, when you're starting to use your serums. And that's on top of your facial price.
Do you have any aftercare products for them?
Yes, the 2 products that I spoke about earlier, the Universal Hydra and the Pigment Corrector Gel. So right there.
Do you recommend both, or is it just one per, depending on the situation and the client's needs?
Universal Hydra is going to be for any and every client. Your keyword on there is going to be the universal. And then
Okay.
for your clients that higher Fitzpatrick's 4, 5, 6, if pigmentation is their main concern or advanced aging, I like to incorporate the pigment corrector gel as well on there.
The pigment corrector gel is the truth. I haven't had a chance to do any micro channeling on me, but I was just using the pigment corrector to get my skin prep. And I mean, my skin is flawless already. It's that stuff is so good.
It is, it is. I love it. It just, it makes you look like you are wearing a filter.
Sure does. And everybody was asking me like, what are you doing to your skin? And I had to think about it. And yeah,
Yes, it's a great product. So even though, like I said, primarily that's going to be your clients that have pigmentation or advanced aging, I like it for just about anybody because it is that filter in a bottle. Yeah. And it's a tyrosinase inhibitor, but it's not non-photosensitizing, so it's not going to make you more sensitive to sunlight or anything like that. It's really gentle on the skin. So usually if I'm not talking and doing a whole demo, the actual microchanneling part of my treatment is about 15 minutes. Start to finish. So I book them on a 60-minute appointment time, and that's everything start to finish, including numbing and you know, my consultation and recap at the end and everything. I'm gonna have you tuck your upper lip in. There we go. I'm gonna have her tuck her lip in. I'm just gonna do a quick pass up here. I'm coming right back. Okay. Usually the most sensitive areas are going to be the upper lip, sometimes the forehead, and then some people the under eye area.
What's the deepest tip you have?
As of right now, as of today, right now, we have 0.25 and 0.5 for microchanneling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the nano fusion tips and the 0.25 and 0.5, they're all for the same device.
Yes, they all fit on the same device. You just switch out the tip depending on what you are working on. Okay, I'm gonna have you look up and back again. I'm gonna come under her eye here. And I'm just gonna pull down. Okay, goes right there. So this is great for just about any and every client that you have come in your door. Younger clients, older clients, there's a treatment for everyone. Younger clients, if they've got, you know, acne scars, things like that, you can work on that. The hair treatments are great also for clients of all ages, both men and women. It's great for that. So really, every client you have now, there's going to be a treatment that you can do with the NanoStamp for them.
Do you use the same serums for the scalp treatments as you do for the face treatments?
Yes, we have one serum. We make it really easy. That way you don't have to stock a bunch of product that you don't use often. The serum works for both skin and hair. And you already have what you need. So if you don't do a lot of hair treatments, and let's say I don't do a lot of hair treatments, but today Debbie said, you know, I heard you can do this on hair. Can we do that? And I had time to do it. I already have the product available. I'm ready to go. You got that. Can you guys see that on the camera, the glow that she's got, the pink rosy glow? And I'm just going to finish up on her nose here. So under the eyes, you don't have to do as many passes or as many impressions as you would on the rest of the face. That skin is a lot thinner. So I just typically will do a quick pass in and out for the under eye area. So when I'm done, I will usually just take a look and see if there's any areas that I need to do a little extra on. You doing okay, Debbie?
Yes.
Okay. Skin looks good, you know, right here. I don't know if you can see on camera. She's pretty rosy here, but not quite right in this area. So I'm just gonna do a couple more stamps right here. Just right here, this little spot here. When you purchase your NanoStamp device, it does come with a lifetime warranty, and training and certification is also included with that. There we go. Looking good. On the camera. Yep. So I'm just gonna, I have a little tiny bit of serum left on here. I'm just gonna apply that on her skin, and pretty much that's done. I made a little saline mask for her, and I'm gonna put that on. It just helps to, it feels really nice afterwards. Helps to calm down the skin. If you have other masks that you use, you just want to make sure that it is safe for open skin. Make sure that it doesn't have any essential oils or anything like that, because when the skin is open, your client is going to be more prone to sensitivities and allergies. So can you just pan over? I'm just going to show you her skin here before I put this saline mask on her. She's got this nice pink glow. She's not bloody. She can go and run her errands today, no problem.
Do you work on the upper eyelids?
You can, some people do. I typically don't do it often, but,
Okay.
and she also just had her brows done a few weeks ago, microbladed. So usually I will go over the brow, but I didn't because she just had her brows microbladed a few weeks ago.
Have you been able to stimulate brow hair growth with the nano needling or yeah, that is what it is, the NanoStamp?
I will say, as far as hair growth on the head, I've had great success with that. As far as hair on the brows or even beards and things like that, that one can be hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's different than the hair on the scalp. And this is just a saline mask with a little hyaluronic acid just to help soothe her skin. And the cold kind of feels nice afterwards. You can leave this on for about 5-10 minutes.
Can you share your recipe for the saline mask?
So it is just compressed facial masks. They sell them in many different places. Even Amazon has it. It's just compressed facial mask. There's nothing on it, just a paper mask. And you can use saline. You can purchase saline in lots of different forms. An easy one is going to be a wound wash. It's just saline in a can, and you just dampen the compressed mask with that. I
So
like
the
using
masks,
that. Mhm. Go ahead.
are the masks dry essentially, and then you add your own additives?
Correct. Yes. So I like using the saline and just the hyaluronic acid because they are native to the skin. I know she's not going to have any issues with sensitivities or allergies to that. And saline is also great for helping, heal the skin. So I like using just that saline mask with some hyaluronic acid. And that's it.
You can share.
Which one?
Amazon
Oh, yes. If you send me a DM, since I'm not able to join now, if you want to send me a DM, I can send you the links for the products.
Can you add
Also-
them later to the group chat so we could all have them,
Oh,
please?
yes, I can do that. Yeah. And for anyone that does have the NanoStamp device, it's in our training forum. I have links for everything. Everything that you will need is also linked in there.
So this is already pinned to the top of the group. Like if you look right now at the very top, it says featured post. We could also add all the links in that comments.
Okay, perfect. I'll add it on there. Yeah, and so the tips are single use. So all I have to do is pop that off, and I'm gonna dispose of that, unwrap my device, and wipe it down with a cavi wipe, and then I'm ready to go for the next client. So yeah. there any other questions or? That was for microchanneling. And like I said, the nano infusion is also great. If you do chemical peels, it's great to combine with your chemical peels. A lot of peel manufacturers these days have protocols for nano infusing their peels or combining a microchanneling with their peel. I have a whole webinar on that. So if you're interested in that, I can send you the link.
Someone asked,
And-
what is the cost?
The cost. So to get started, the starter kit is going to be the device with the 2 rechargeable batteries, the corded attachment, your training, your lifetime warranty. It will come with 10 tips of your choice. So it could be the nano 0.25, 0.5, and the bottle of serum that's going to get you 10 to 15 faces. That is 1,000, it's only 1,900 to get started with that. That's a potential revenue of about 3,500 or more with those 10 treatments. So just with those 10 treatments, you are going to make your money back and then some. We do have a payment plan available if that's something you need. Just let me know and I can get you the information for that. So, any other questions or?
How much do you charge for hair treatments?
For hair treatment. So hair can be a partial head or a full head. Most of the time, mine are partial head. So for women, it's usually the reception over here or this front area, front hairline. For men, usually the top. Partial head is about 300, 350. And then full head, or if it's more than a partial head, it goes up from there. The hair treatments are great because like a partial head is about 350. It's only a 30-minute appointment. There's no numbing or anything like that. Your client comes in with their hair clean, washed before they come in, wash and dry, no products in there. And you just get right into the microchanneling. So that's about a 30-minute appointment for about $300.
And then someone asked, do you have brochures, posters for offices?
Yes, when you purchase your starter kit, you will get brochures. Let me show that there. You'll get some marketing brochures that you can leave in your waiting room for your clients. And if you need to replenish that, we do sell them. And we also have other marketing products like I believe we have like roll-up banners and posters and other things like that. You also get a whole marketing digital marketing folder with everything you need to get started to promote your service. So you'll have before and after photos, infographics, email templates, social media captions, everything you need to start promoting your service is included in there. And then our training, online training has everything you need on there as well. So everything, including your consent forms, aftercare protocols, videos, links to anything, including those masks, alcohol wipes if you need them. Everything is linked in there so that you don't need to search for, products that you don't already have, or products that you need. It's all going to be in there. And we have a private support forum for our customers. And we also do webinars and Zooms on other topics like the chemical peels, combining chemical peels with that. We've got a whole series of business building webinars coming up as well for our practitioners. So you're not just buying the system, we're also helping you to build your business with this device.
Aftercare products, do they have options on size bottles?
For aftercare products, they just come in the one size. The thing with skincare or aftercare is that, it's something that usually with skincare, it takes about 30 to 60 days for you to see the change in the skin. So it's really something that we want our clients to be using ongoing. If your clients only use it for a couple of days, they're not really going to get the full benefit of the products that you're recommending for their aftercare. So those products, the Universal Hydra and the Pigment Corrector, each of those bottles should last your client about 3 months. And when you break it down to the 3-month supply, it's really not that much for your client, and they're getting professional grade skincare that's going to help support the professional treatment that you're doing in your treatment room. I'm going to go ahead and take this off.
What is the cost and what is the markup?
For the aftercare products, the universal hydra and the pigment corrector, wholesale cost is 55 and suggested retail is 110. Again, that's for 3 months supply. So here's her skin. You want to come on in? This is all done. And she's ready to go. So after that, then they just, you know, I send my client home. She's going to keep her skin clean and start her skincare routine, preferably tomorrow morning. How's your skin feel, Debbie? Feel good. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. All right. You guys
How long
can.
till you see results?
Great question. So when you're doing microchanneling, the cell cycle for the skin is about a 28-day period. So it's really important, it's really important to take your photos before you start treatment and then at the end of your series, because your client sees themselves, they see themselves all the time. Like we see ourselves when we go to the bathroom, we look in the mirror, when we pass a mirror, a window, when we get in our car. So when there's that gradual change over 28 days, you don't notice it so much on yourself because it's so gradual. Where when you have that photo of where you start and where you are today, you can really see the difference in the skin. So it's about a 28-day cell cycle. I will say that most clients, usually it's around day 5 to 7, they start to feel a difference in their skin or start to see a change in their skin that they really, really love. So that's why a lot of my clients, even after a series, they will continue to get these treatments because they just love the way their skin feels. Yes, and so we also have, so we've got the form, which I think Maria has on there. I also have a an open forum, so it's NanoStamp 360 open forum. If you're interested in learning more about NanoStamp, that's also another great resource to learn more about it.
Also, I put in the link and also your email.
Perfect, thank you.
Do you guys have any more questions?
Okay.
I totally think we should do a scalp treatment Zoom live.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yes, please.
I know. I was like, dang, we should schedule that. Maybe it was, what are we in? Like October to give us enough time?
Yeah, I would love to do that. That would be great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for joining today.
I'm like, also reach out to her because I'm sure you could probably like see a scalp treatment sooner, right? If they reach out to
Yeah.
you, like
Yeah.
demos and stuff.
You can reach out to me. I do have some videos on that I can, share. And I'd love to do one with you, Maria, on a scalp treatment.
Totally.
So, yeah, if you think of any questions when we get off the live, feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah, you guys can fill out the form or screenshot her email, because you probably could get it faster. And thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for the seminar.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, everybody.
All right. Bye.